Ashley opened her eyes just in time to see the movie screen fade in from black. Her grandfather's cottage stood defiant against the winds whipping off of Nantucket Sound. Freshly painted blue shutters slapped against the weathered gray-brown shingles of the place, but the house itself shrugged off the bitter breath of their family's cranky, middle-aged god. For more than 300 years, the descendants of Silas Silver had lived here, and for every house that had fallen, and every Silas, another had risen in its place. Even after the memorable gale of 1844, which had taken half of the house and all but the boot of their patriarch, the Silvers had just kept on keeping on. Ashley's grandfather stood on the front porch now, and she marveled at the sight of him. Only here, on the big screen, could he stand as tall as she'd always imagined him to be. Ash watched as that lovely old man, now 30 feet tall, stooped over to liven her mother's lemonade. He emptied a bottle of Stoli into the glass pitcher, gave it a swirl, then took a sip. Then he smacked his lips together, licked them just a smidge, and nodded. "Just the ticket," he said. Then he looked back over his shoulder to check on something. The film cut then to a close-up of a window, a birthday cake cooling on the sill. Ashley had known where he was right from the start. Now, at last, she knew when. Though, of course, it shouldn't have been much of a surprise. Matt, whether making a film or telling a story around a campfire, had never been one to beat around the bush. He'd cut right to the chase, right to the day in question. That was just how he rolled. Up on the big screen, it was August 31st, 1989, Ashley's 10th birthday, the day of their family's great schism. Mom was behind the camcorder, Ashley realized now. She'd gotten it earlier that month, when she turned 32, just 3 years older than Ashley was now. Ash tried to remember if Mom ever turned the camera on herself that day. There were plenty of pictures of her from back then, but it'd be a hoot to see her up on the big screen, late 80s hair and all. But it was Grampy back on screen again, not Mum. He was still sipping at the lemonade and still smiling, but now Ashley could see a weariness in his eyes, and she watched him catch himself and try to shake the look off his face and out of his body. Weariness. When had he gotten old enough to be weary? Ashley imagined him thinking about his father as he sighed, his old man, because that's what Grampy was now. The old man, the oldest of men, it felt like. He could only pray that if he lived as long as his father, another 25 years, he would never become as shriveled and bitter. He'd rather die. And he was going to. Ashley knew that all too well. The old man on the movie screen had only 5 years left. Not even. Ash started to count off on her fingertips. No, it wasn't 5 years at all. He'd be gone in 4 and change. But for now, he was still there. He was still here. Grampy watched the giggling children of summer renters run from the sands of Red River Beach as the storm rolled in. Watched them as they raced down Old Wharf Road with their towels held over their heads. The torrent bombarded the weakening walls of the sandcastles they'd left behind. Steam rose off of the hot, black pavement, and Ashley could see in her grandfather's face a longing to be on the road again, with his trumpet and his best girl and all of the old gang. As he smiled, she felt him longing for the swelter of a New Orleans dive in the middle of July, his sweat so heavy and thick that the music felt like real work for once.